Hi, I'm Derek.
And I'm Dylan.
We're Proletariat-Designs.
And today we're going to be looking at the FEG AP-765 pistol. Alright, so as you can see here are three examples of the FEG AP-765, which is essentially the 32 ACP version of the PA-63. And now a quick history here of FEG and sort of where these pistols come from. They come from sort of the dark history of Hungary that's been wrapped in communism. If anyone is under the persuasion that socialism and communism are fun things of sharing, I challenge you to look up the history of what was going on in Hungary during the years of 1956 and there before and afterwards. So these are made by FEG, which to translate FEG into English, it basically means firearms and gas equipment, though the name had a few variations throughout the years. The company not only made small arms, but they also made gas appliances and things as well.
Yeah, so some of the features of these pistols, they are heavily influenced by the PP variations. You can see they have that same look. The FEG was actually, I believe, licensed to produce PP models.
Yeah, they made the PPKE, and if you happen to find a Walther PPKE, it's made in Hungary by FEG.
So this is a straight blowback, meaning the barrel is fixed. It does have a safety. The safety is on the slide. Front sight post is fixed. You have dovetail rear sights, single action, double action triggers, and the magazine releases here for your thumb. It does have a decocker on the safety, so in the fire position it will decock when you move to safe, and when it's on safe it will not allow it to remain cocked.
Yeah. And again, these really come from the R61 FEG pistol, which was about the size of a Walther PPK, which really, that come out of the Wallon 48, which is about the size of a true Walther PP. And again, these are Walther PP size. They're not PPK size. They are the PP size, which is slightly longer. And these do shoot 8 rounds of 32 ACP, but they also shoot can use the Makarov magazine. Now this is something that is important if you happen to own one of these pistols, or you happen to own a PA-63. The magazines are interchangeable between the 32 ACP and the Makarov 9x18 rounds. Obviously there's a different set of holes there, but you can put 7 rounds of Makarov in either one, or you can put 8 rounds of 32 in either one without any problems. The frames to the pistol are essentially the same. It's just set up slightly different for the different cartridges.
Yeah. And to field strip this thing, all you have to do is pull your trigger guard, push it to one side or the other, push your slide back, which is hard to do, and then upside down, lift up the rear and let it slide forwards, and there you go.
And as you can see, it is a straight blowback style pistol with a fixed barrel here. And Derek, tell us a little bit about this spring here.
So the spring is not straight. You have a larger end and a smaller end, and you want this larger end to be up here at your muzzle. If it is not, you have problems with the rounds actually stovepiping when they eject out.
Yeah, and that's not good.
Yeah, so what to look for when you buy these, because these are surplus pistols, and they were issued to the police and the military, I believe. There's some disputes as to who was issued what during what time.
Yeah, we know that the PA-63 was issued as a police and a military weapon, and I know that there was 32 pistols that were also used. I don't know the time frame of that and where the AP or the MB ABP pistol follows into all of that picture. But we do know that this design was issued in Hungary. These were started made in the 60s and went on for several decades there. But 32 ACP pistols were used in Hungary. These were made in sort of the communist area. Again, some of the darker times of Hungary there. Do look up some of the stuff that happened in Budapest in the mid-50s. And I do encourage, if you do ever get a chance, you can go to actually where the FEG PA-63 was designed. It's now the House of Terror Museum in Hungary. It's a very enjoyable place to go. If you're looking for a vacation that's very educational, I do recommend something of that nature. And you can learn a lot about these pistols from that too.
Yeah, it was that was originally the secret police.
Yeah, it was the secret police headquarters, and they've got some stuff in there that talks about the PA-63. The PA-63 and its variants are very interesting pistols, and they play a big role in sort of the history of Hungary and sort of the history of how communism affected that part of the world. And these pistols are undoubtedly a reflection of that.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of socialism or communism, you need to look that up because it is not good.
Yeah,
Nothing
not some good
comes out
things.
of it,
Yeah,
really.
not very good things come out of that. But these pistols, we've taken them, purchased them. You can get them relatively inexpensive, and it is something that you would recommend purchasing, Derek. And just give us a few closing remarks in as far as the decision to make these purchases.
I would. The price point on these is sub 200 if you can find them. They do. One thing I would do is go through it. These have been stored for a while. They are surplus. You know, clean it really good. Make sure your spring is in there right. Also, I would recommend getting some of the, I believe Wolf Springs has a new hammer spring, and it really lightens up that double action trigger.
Yeah, which I'm glad you brought that up. Let me get over here and take the safety off of these. So they are double single action. This one does not have any modification to the spring. It has the factory spring. It's not bad. It will cause you, it's hard to sort of stabilize on the double action a little bit for accuracy. These do have modified springs in them lighter, and as you can see, I don't know if you can tell from me just pulling them, but there's almost no perceived difference when you pull the trigger on these that would cause your hand to shake or anything like that. You can hold them very stably, even with the factory springs, to pull off a double action shot. So that helps with accuracy.
Yeah, also, this is more sight acquisition, but just putting some different colors on your sight picture so that you don't have a basic black line just going across with two slits of light around your front post. But yeah, I would recommend this pistol. It shoots great.
Yeah, very good pistol, very enjoyable pistol. Again, I love the Walther PP design. And these are almost completely identical to the Walther PP. They are slightly different. FEG, again, there were some little legitimate connections there between FEG and Walther, and then FEG went on to do their own variation there. They had a little bit of a separation with Walther, but nonetheless, these are great pistols. We do highly recommend you purchasing them.
Alright, that's Derek and Dylan with Proletariat Designs.